come from a village of night eaters. We're a long-lived people, much longer lived than ordinary humans by far. However, our reproductive abilities are spotty. We're rarely blessed with children, and our numbers are dwindling. Neighboring villages have forgotten we even exist. Most of us have simply accepted that as our fate and gone on with our lives. But not Soga. He tried to rally the people of the village into actively pursuing some means of keeping the Night Eater legacy alive. Unfortunately for him, no one was interested. I think they'd all given up by that point. The last Night Eater to be born was Rin, and that was over 150 years ago.
Well, the jury's still out on the exact time frame there.
Then, about 2 years ago, Soga disappeared. Rather suddenly at that. It's as if he decided his ruined kin were no longer worth his time, so he turned his back on us and left.
Hold up. Are you seriously telling me Rin is over 150 years old? What does that make you then?
My official age is 15, thank you very much.
I was born about 20 years before Rin, I believe. Though, when you live as long as we do, you stop keeping track after a while.
Yeah, my mind's kind of blown right now. I thought you were both young girl characters, but I guess you're actually older woman characters.
Don't define people by their appearances.
Back on topic. Do you know what this Soga person's doing in Akiba? Or why he's gotten involved with the synthesters?
We've been synthester hunters since the very beginning.
But we've had no synthesters to hunt for at least the past 100 years.
Because of that, most of us essentially stopped thinking about them and forgot what they were capable of.
So, when the cursed things came crawling out here, I started wondering, could our missing brother have something to do with it? That's when I wrote that nasty letter to keep Shizuku away, then skipped town to find out.
Causing me minor trauma in the process. Regrettably, it seems Rin's intuition was right on the mark. Soga is the one pulling the strings here, without question.
So if we do something about him, that'll take care of the synthesters too?
That seems likely, yes.
Big Brother's not the only one who's gotten himself caught up in this mess, though. Daishihan Pharmaceuticals definitely has their nose in this, too. Not sure how deep they go, but still.
There are other questions as well, such as, why is this only occurring in Akiba? And why have no other locations been targeted?
That is a very good question.
Maybe it is happening in other places. It could be.
Well, if it is, nobody's talking about it on Pitter. I've only been seeing clips about monsters in Akiba.
Well, how about that? A real secret society trying to pull some evil plan on Japan.
Not Japan, just Akiba. The question remains, why has Soga come here? And why is this town the only place he's targeted? If we can answer these questions, we might be able to get to the heart of the matter.
Well, either way, we've still got a long road ahead of us. Maybe now we know who the bad guy is, but that don't exactly solve the problem. Know what I mean?
Hello? Ah, good, you're here. Could I have a moment of your time? I have a small favor to ask, you see. I don't know how to say this, but could I impose upon you to give me a small amount of your blood? Oh, nothing untoward, I assure you. Allow me to explain. As you might recall, I began studying your genetic profile not long after we met. Well, it's been quite some time since I last examined the sample I took from you, so I thought a follow-up might be in order. You are, after all, a rather unique case, existing as both a synthester and a night eater at the same time. And I do feel obligated to help find some means of returning you to human form. So if you please give me your left hand, this will only take a moment. Oh, there we are. I'll take this back to the lab at once and see what I can uncover. But before I go, I thought I should tell you, you seem like a new man these days. And I mean that in the best possible way, of course. The first time we spoke, you seemed unreliable, as if you'd fallen into a stream and were just allowing the current to carry you where it may. But now, you act of your own volition, with your own goals and desires at the forefront of your mind. It's clear just how much you care for this town and for your freedom fighter companions. Good to see your sense of humor hasn't changed, but you mustn't tease your big sister so. If I learn anything interesting from the blood test, I'll be sure to let you know. Until we meet again, mon ami.
Huh? Wait, was that Shion Kasugai? What did she want with you?
She certainly seemed cheerful.
Fine, be that way. Anyway, isn't it about time for you to go on patrol?
I'll go with you today.
As will I. You've been working my sister ragged. It's about time you give someone else a chance.
Let's go then, to Jump Street. We're off! Is something wrong, Rin?
It's just nagging at me. Shion Katsugai swears she has no connection to the organization, right? But if that's the case, what's she after? Why is she even involved with the Freedom Fighters? And with you?
When we first met, she said she was only interested to learn more about the synthesters.
That's what I mean, though. Why would she be studying them? What does she hope to gain from it? And once she finds whatever she's looking for, what is she planning to do with it? It just doesn't add up. Ugh, I am constantly amazed at your oafishness. It's like your brain's a paperweight.
It's okay. Miss Kasugai is one of the holy knights who loves Akiba, just like us. I'm certain Akiba is at the front of her mind in all she does.
I wish I could believe that. But right now, we've got bigger problems. Those people over there are synthesters. Kati, you need to get somewhere safe.
I'll cheer for you from nearby. Good luck in the fight.
Cue the music, and let's rock! Let's do this. takes care of that, I guess. You don't seem to be any worse for wear, so I'd call this mission complete. So, Kati, you want to get some tea before heading back? Without him, of course. Something wrong, Kati? Yeah, I don't like it. I wonder what's gotten into her. Kati! Hey! Pull yourself together! Her eyes don't even seem to be in focus. Wait, I'm sensing... No. No, it couldn't be.
Call out to her all you want. She won't respond.
Big brother!
I have some business with her, I'm sorry to say. But don't worry, I will do nothing improper. You have my word. You see, I'm lacking in pawns now, thanks to Zenya's defeat. So I'll be borrowing your maid for a spell. My plan is nearly complete. The final moment is at hand. Come, my little foreign princess.
Kati is under your control?
She has a special gift. When I saw her before, I must admit, it surprised me. Hurry now. We must be off.
Wait! Big brother! I don't sense his presence anymore. Damn it. Even I couldn't stop this from happening. Can't believe he'd actually take control of Kati. Big brother. Well, we can't just stand around feeling sorry for ourselves. We need to let the others know what happened. Let's get back to Mogra.
Nothing on my end either. I spoke with the super at Kati's building, but it seems she hasn't gone home.
Been a long time since she vanished, too. Sure hope she's okay.
Phone's going straight to voicemail, and she's not answering any of my emails.
We can't even track her by GPS if her phone isn't on.
I sent the word out to everybody I know in town. Told them to call me right away if anybody sees her.
I've been checking Pitter, but no one said anything about a foreign maid. Without Raiko around, Mogra feels so sad and lonely.
Yeah, don't know when it happened, but she really came to be like the Freedom Fighters mascot.
It's my fault. I was there, but I wasn't able to save her.
Don't blame yourself, Rin. If anyone should be blamed, it's me. I'm the one who got you all mixed up in this in the first place.
Okay, seriously, just stop. You are like the two most guilt-ridden people I have ever seen. It's ridiculous. You've both helped a ton at cutting down on the number of Synthestor victims, you know. Shouldn't that count for something?
Toko's right. There's no reason to beat yourselves up over this.
That Soga dude said he wouldn't do anything improper with her, right?
Ah, Miss Kasugai.
Any word on Kati's whereabouts?
Nothing yet.
Oh dear, I certainly hope she's all right.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you lot, but I'm tired of sitting here and worrying about her. If we got no new info yet, then let's get out there and find some.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's split up so we cover more ground. She must still be in AKIBA'S somewhere.
Got it.
You bet. Let's get moving.
You ain't going, Shion?
I'm certainly concerned for Kati's safety, but I actually came to speak with this gentleman. So, are you available to talk? How about we have ourselves a chat while we aid the others in their search? We can take the park area just before the station. She's a good girl, beloved by all, that Kati. I truly hope she's unharmed wherever she is. Sorry to change the subject, but I wonder if I might ask you a few questions. Firstly, have you been experiencing any physical abnormalities of late? Perhaps feeling a bit sluggish, or having your legs give out from under you, or maybe some slight dizziness? That's good then. If that should change, however, please be sure you let me know immediately, all right? As it happens, when analyzing that blood sample I took the other day,
You.
Kati, you're all right.
I've come to get you.
She's not herself. She's being controlled.
Come to get you.
What do you mean you've come to get him?
Can't sustain. Body breaking down. Need to help him. Or else
What?
his future. Soga will protect.
I don't understand.
Come with me.
I won't let you take him. You can't just come and drag him away like that.
If you won't listen, then I'll have to take him by force.
I don't think we have any choice but to fight. If Rin is correct, she should be weak to sunlight like all the others now. So let's strip her down. I got this.
I'll hold him down!
The wicked must be punished. It's not over yet. I feel better.
Give me that!
We did it. We've stopped her. Huh? Hang in there. What's going on? You're burning up. It's just as I thought. You're not well. Please, stay with me.
As I said, need to help him, or else.
All right. I believe you. You can take him to Soga if you must. But I have one condition. I'm coming along. He is not to go alone.
Very well. I'll show you the way. Follow me.
Can you stand? Here, prop yourself up on my shoulder. It's all right. Everything's fine. You don't need to worry. We're headed to see Soga. I know it's not ideal, but nothing good can come of you dying on us. In fact, if you die, then everything we've done will be meaningless. So think lively thoughts. I'll make sure you get through this okay, no matter what it takes. Interesting. So the organization is using the construction site for the new Radio Kaikon building as its headquarters.
Ms. President! I mean, Ms. Former President.
Well, well, if it isn't Sakaguchi. So you do have ties to the organization, just as I suspected. Impressive work keeping me from proving it all this time.
Never mind me. Why are you here?
Why, indeed.
She's here because I summoned her.
Soga, sir!
Actually, it's only the boy I summoned. The other one's an unexpected bonus.
Oh? Is there some reason I shouldn't be here?
No, you're quite welcome, I assure you. By all accounts, you're a rare prodigy in the fields of medicine and biology. Elected CEO at such a young age, you are, or were, like a modern-day noblewoman. And since you've come, I can only assume you intend to help us realize our goal. Or perhaps...
Let's just say I'm listening. Though, if you want my help, I must forewarn you. It'll come at a price.
Oh? And what might that be?
First, you release Kati Raikkonen. And second...
Let me guess. I save the boy's life.
I see we're on the same page. Those are my two conditions. Do we have a deal? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. This is all I can do right now. You won't last much longer as you are.
Soga, sir, you promised that if I drove this woman out of the company, you'd...
The lady and I are speaking, Sakaguchi. And I prefer not to be interrupted again. Besides, it wasn't you who drove her out. As I recall, she left of her own volition. No? So, everything is as it should be. And if you misunderstood our terms, that is strictly your fault.
My deepest apologies, sir.
Now, back to the matter at hand. In regards to your first condition, Kati will be released shortly, though not before I erase a few of her memories. You understand.
As long as she's safe.
As for the boy, the affliction he suffers runs deep. I cannot say for certain that I'll be able to cure him right away.
What? But that means...
Please, hear me out. I intend to do all that I can. First things first, I'd suggest he be adorned with this rosary. That should help keep his Night Eater side under control. His case is a complex one, having been transformed from a synthester to a Night Eater's familiar. I fear the two powers are fighting one another within him, placing the very structure of his body in danger of breaking down. With that rosary suppressing his Night Eater blood, however, he should feel slightly better soon.
You do seem more stable, at least for the moment.
So, have I cleared your conditions then? For now, I'm afraid I have work to do. But when I need you, I will call.
Understood. I suppose we can't very well go back to the Akiba freedom fighters now, can we? As I said before, please don't worry about me. Things do look bleak, but we've learned one very important fact. Your physical ailments come from the conflict between your synthester blood and the Night Eater blood. If we could isolate one or the other and remove it from your body, or perhaps... I can't promise immediate results from this, but I believe there may be something I can do for you. For now, though, you absolutely need caloric intake to help your body recover. In my professional opinion, we should go for some curry.
Damn.
Apparently, our new business associate stayed true to his word and released Kadi. Toko emailed me about it just now. But now she's turned her concern on us, since we've essentially vanished off the grid. I suppose we can't exactly tell her we're working with Soga Kagutsuki, can we?
Fortunately, it won't be necessary for you to associate yourselves with Mr. Kagutsuki any longer.
Well, if it isn't Sakaguchi, what can we do for you?
I regret that it's come to this after Mr. Kagutsuki went to such great pains to win your cooperation. But, well, to get right to the point, your participation within the organization is less than ideal for me.
Because you're worried I might have a look at your Synthister research, I presume?
What? That's... Well, that concludes your exit interviews. Now, let's give these two their severance packages.
Sir,
Oh, a fine lot we've drawn, offending the main villain's whiny sidekick. How are you feeling? Are you up for a fight? This could get a bit unpleasant. Of course, you'll have me by your side, so shall we teach these brutes some manners? I got this. Please lend me a hand.
Please, I'm opposed to violence. I won't. I promise. You win.
Using the synthesters to further your own business ambitions is rather shady, I'd say. And perhaps a bit too heavy a burden for a mere underling like you, Sakaguchi.
Shady? What nerve! I'll have you know the synthester's somatic cells display properties that could be used to treat otherwise incurable illnesses and, well, suffice it to say, my research could save countless lives.
Furthering medical science is a valiant goal indeed. But you never truly cared about that, did you? You only wanted fame and fortune, no matter what you had to do to achieve it.
You were studying them too. Are you going to stand there and tell me you weren't planning on profiting from them yourself?
Right now, I have only one goal I'm working toward. Studying the synthesters is secondary.
Don't tell me it's to rescue that boy, is it? Because that would just be absurd.
What's so absurd about it? I've fallen in love with him. Who are you to tell me that such feelings should have lower priority than my professional ambition? You mean to tell me you hadn't noticed? My whole reason for helping the Akiba freedom fighters was because you were there. No, there's more to a man than looks, you know.
I'm still here, you know. You're still talking to me. And I've still got the organization behind me, 100%.
Sadly, I'm afraid that isn't so. The organization has no use for pawns who can't perform their tasks.
Mr. Kagetsuki, sir!
What a sorry state you're in, Sakaguchi.
I can explain.
You know I only require Daishi Home Pharmaceuticals. There's no reason their representative need be you. In fact, if she'll cooperate with us, I do believe Miss Kasugai would be far better suited to that role. She is, after all, worth a great deal more. Consider this your notice of termination.
No! Think of all the funding we've provided. We gave you your base of operations. And we proposed the plan to give the synthesters performance enhancers. Oh, I proposed that plan. Me!
Performance enhancers? Ah, yes, that drug of yours. You and Xenia worked independently on that little experiment, no? I'm content simply fueling the synthesters with my own will. But then, what I seek is only the purest life energy, untainted by those vile drugs of yours.
How can you say that?
Begone. Get out of my sight.
Why me?
Now then, my apologies. I do hope he wasn't a burden on you. I knew I would have to remove him sooner or later, so you have my thanks for helping to put that unpleasantness behind us.
That's quite all right. I assume by your presence that you had some idea he might attack us?
I was not unaware of the possibility.
All right, so you put us in harm's way to carry out your dirty work. I'd say we've earned a few answers, wouldn't you? I want to know what your goal is here. Why you've subjected this town to such chaos. I want to know what merit there is in filling the streets with synthesters.
Very well. You are already complicit, after all. The synthesters are merely the groundwork for a much larger plan. My ultimate goal is the town itself. I intend to turn Akiba into a perfect, dark utopia.
A dark utopia?
Once I've done that, I'll be able to gather life energy from all over Japan, nay, from all over the world. And then the Night Eaters will finally take their rightful place. Our people will rise from the brink of extinction to the heights of glory.
Just to be clear, when you refer to the Night Eaters, you are including Shizuku and Rin, yes?
Of course. They have grand roles to play in the coming world order. And I'm expecting great things from you as well. You and that magnificent brain of yours. I have no doubts of your commitment to the cause. Now, I have a task for you to perform. I'll come and meet you afterward. So please, do feel free to take your time and enjoy your work.
A dark utopia, huh? How does he plan to pull that off, I wonder? If his plans involve hurting innocent people, then I agree. We have to stop him. Whatever we do, we have to be smart about it. We make our move only after we've learned all there is to know about Soga's plan. We should return to the organization's research lab for now.
Cheese! Cheese!
Let's go. Ready and waiting. So how are you feeling? The color seems to have mostly returned to your face, at least. Though, you have a rather dark look in your eyes, and I don't think it's from physical discomfort. Come on now, you know we can't do that. I brought you to the organization for one reason, and one reason only. And that's to save your life, to find a cure for whatever it is that's going on inside of you. Well, not that we don't already know what's killing you. It's your duality. Synthester and Night Eater both, all in a single body. In the end, as necessary as it may have been at the time, it's Shizuku's blood that's done this to you. Imagine what she'd think if she found out about that. There's no doubt in my mind she'd blame herself. She'd be crushed under the weight of her actions and fall into a deep despair. Which is all the more reason I think we need to solve this problem on our own before we tell her anything. There must be some solution to be found, some means to save your life, and we can't rest until it's in our hands. Though, I fear our time may be running out. Not to mention the looming threat of Soga's dark utopia.
Ah, there you are. Come. I think you'll be very interested to see this.
Interested to see what now? What in the world?
Operation Arc. It intensifies the power of will, and so it represents the very core of my plan for the dark utopia. To put it simply, it's a sort of blueprint.
I'd like to take a closer look, if I may. Interesting. So, this is where all that siphoned energy ends up, then?
That's correct. And very soon the system will spring fully into life, extracting the energy from every living being in Akihabara. Without the need for the synthesters, I might add.
So the life energy you've gathered so far is solely being used as fuel to power it?
Exactly. And the moment I switch on this device will be the moment my dark utopia becomes a reality.
Then this machine will serve as a source of new life for the Night Eaters.
However, there's a problem. The system is set to begin its first boot-up test shortly. But someone has been stealing life energy away from the synthesters.
The Akiba freedom fighters?
No. They don't have the means for a grand-scale metaphysical heist.
So, there's someone else at work here?
Everyone I've sent out to learn more has not returned safely. Which is why I'm sorry to say, I feel it's best I ask you to look into this matter personally. The system is still lacking in life energy, you see. It needs more than it's been given. You have chosen wisely. It would seem the majority of disappearances have been occurring along the side streets.
Side streets it is, then. Come on, let's see what we can find.
I await your successful return.
Damn it! Why are you doing this? I thought you were on our side. Never mind that. Just give me more life energy.
What's going on here? Is that Xenia Amo hunting synthesters?
Did you? Oh, what great timing. Here, you take care of him. I'm out of here. Stop! Ah, curses, he got away. Long time no see.
Why are you hunting synthesters?
What business is out of yours?
None yet, but I'm sorry to say that's about to change.
What? What is the meaning of this? Doesn't matter. Regardless of your motive, I will not allow anyone to stand in my way.
And here you shall fall, Amo. Let's go.
Try this! I'll hold him down! Try this! Going to succeed! Try this! Try this! Try
Can you lend me a hand?
I'm not going to prepare! I'm not going to prepare! Damn you! Damn! Still not enough?
I'll spare your life, but only if you promise not to hunt even one more synthester.
Hold it right there! What the hell are you doing?
The ruckus was coming from over here. Hey!
The Akiba freedom fighters. This doesn't bode well.
It's you. What are you doing in a place like this?
And you're with Shion and that Amo creep. What the hell's going on?
Ugh, this is as far as I go.
Crap! Off he goes.
Tell us what's going on.
Let's go. We achieved what we set out to do. We'll head for Main Street and lose them in the crowd.
Wait! Where do you think you're going?
Please, stop!
Miss Kasugai, can't you please give us some clue as to what's happening?
Come on.
Wait!
Let's go.
Who do you think you are?
So it's Xenia who's been hunting the synthesters, is it?
He gave no indication as to why, though.
I suppose even he can have an original thought every now and again. Xenia, hard to believe you're still alive.
Have you managed to collect all the energy you need?
I have. Soon, the system will awaken. And when it does, my dark utopia will be realized. You two need only watch the events as they unfold.
My, this is happening quickly.
Yes, but there are still other preparations to be made. Perhaps now would be the time to tour Akiba and burn its image into your memory. The last moments of the great otaku mecca.
Well, I'm not about to burn the last moments of the great otaku mecca into my memory. But I do think it might be worthwhile to step out for a moment and see what's happening. Let's head to Akimori's shrine.